It's Monday, the 19th of August, 2013. Yesterday was my son's birthday. We had a good time. Some of my brothers and sisters were there. My father. And also a couple of friends and their wives. Overall, a good experience. Okay. So, was thinking a little bit more over the weekend about this deal of atheist groups and ex-religion groups. They seem to be open to economic conservatism or libertarianism or some such thing. I don't know. Maybe old-style economic conservatism is not the same as libertarianism, but the new, ultra-right-wing economics is essentially libertarianism. So, in atheist groups, and I put a caveat on my comments in saying that I'm more of an economic liberal, all right? But I'm aware of what libertarianism is and what the current status of the political landscape is. So, anyway, if you're an economic conservative and you find yourself to be an atheist, a new atheist, or an ex-religionist, and then you want to go hang out with fellow atheists, they'll kind of pat you on the head a little bit and say, "Oh, tut-tut, libertarian, tut-tut. You can join our group. We're neutral on politics." That's what the atheist community of Austin will say, huh? We're neutral on politics. Tut-tut, libertarian, tut-tut. But here's where they'll draw the line. The Unitarians and the so-called humanists and the, naturalists and the atheist groups. Here's where they'll draw the line. If you're a social conservative, well, then all your views must come from religion. We're going to put you on trial, heresy trial, excommunication trial. Well, you're not a true humanist and a true naturalist if you believe in social conservatism. Yeah. Tut-tut, libertarian, but social conservative, oh my goodness, you're out of there. Listen to, people who have, people like Matt Dillahunty. The list goes on. So, does atheism have a religion? Well, it can have. Maybe that's because religion is a natural phenomenon. So maybe the fact that religion is a natural phenomenon means you have excommunication and heresy trials, not only in religions like Mormonism and in Catholicism in the past, but you've also got it going fully on in any Unitarian group you happen to show up. You go there and claim you're a social conservatism. Oh my goodness. That'll be a huge problem for them, for the Unitarians and for, some atheist groups. But I think, the key in part of enlightenment, maybe we can have kind of a new enlightenment where we realize that religions can have some good points. And even the ultra-lefty liberal will admit that some parts of religion match up with built-in human morality. They'll just tend to draw the line at a different place. Now, the ultra-socially right person who believes that abortion should be banned in all cases, they're, in my view, an example of how a religion can warp human morality and kind of amplify it in strange ways. But you know what? The de facto religion present among atheist groups can do the same thing, warping built-in morality, doing unnatural, strange things to it, introducing relativism, which isn't really part of being human, forcing people to assume that everything is relative, having just the mere manner of your conversation with people having to necessarily include this forced, smarmy, false relativism. The relativism you think that, oh, I'm not a racist, when everybody's a little bit racist. It's natural. That's life. Get on with it. Yeah, maybe you can understand it, but, anyway. And some cultures are better than others. That's another point. Maybe the Russian culture is better than American culture when it comes to homosexuality. Maybe China's better than America when it comes to homosexuality, huh? Maybe so. What do you think of that, Mr. Relativist? You're all down on, oh, when Snowden went to Russia, oh, you were cheering. Russia's so great. Yeah. And China, helped convey him along. Yeah. Go Russia, go China when it came to Snowden. But you, whoever you are, ultra-lefty peacenik, what do you think about homosexuals? What does Russia and China do about the homosexual issue? How do they address it in their culture? And is how they address it more helpful? Does it help their population be more happy? Well, that's a question. But one key thing is, at least they realize in part, maybe the Russians especially, but, well, China too. But, anyway, that the continuance of life is one key as a key project that needs to be supported. And the ultra-lefty liberal will come back and say, oh, overpopulation means that I should not have a kid of my own. I've seen this again and again. One of my sisters believes this. Yeah. The somewhat harsh rhetoric of stating the following phrase, the liberal death cult, the LDC. That's pretty harsh rhetoric, I guess. But is it appropriate? I mean, if you just kind of let one comment after another, year after year, cascade over you. Just let it cascade over you like a waterfall. One after another, after another. And then you realize, you know what? These people have a problem with their meme set. Their meme set doesn't value life. And you can have it, people have the de facto religion of the left and send people right off the rails. What's a couple of examples of that? Peter Singer, who's an advocate for after-birth abortions. Margaret Sanger, who was an advocate for eugenics. Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood. Now, I'm sorry, ultra-lefty liberal, no matter how much you like Planned Parenthood, you can't change what the historical facts are about the lady who founded it. How to get poor people to have less kids. That's the key agenda point of the current American aristocracy. The people who float around in wine parties. How do we get those poor people to have less kids? Maybe they like having kids. Maybe they value life. Huh? Is that their right to choose? Do they have, you claim that people have a right to choose to have an abortion. Do people have a right to choose to have a child without interference from you? Or having preachy religious lefty dogma shoved down their throat? Value life. It's not a matter of God. It's not a matter of the Bible. It's a matter of honoring how we got here. 14 billion years of evolution. And you have one little speck of chance. What you going to do with it? Waste your time chasing your tail? Or listening to other people's religious dogma that teaches you not to have kids because of people in other countries? Well, anyway. Take your place on the Great Mandala. How are you going to do it? Or are you going to do it? That's the key question of your time, of our time. So, all right. Okay, well, that's enough commentary for today, for this morning anyway. Have fun.